weight. The bar's got that swing. Glasses clink, hear the ice cubes sing. Liquid lunch, pour it smooth, let it flow. Friends round the table where the good times grow. Raise a glass, let the worries slip away. Liquid lunch, we're living for today. There's Troy laughing with his gin and a grin, telling stories about where he's been. Boomer's got whiskey, he's loosening his tie, chasing dreams under a midday sky. The bartender knows us, he's mixing with flair. Every sip's a moment we're happy to share. Liquid lunch, pour it smooth, let it flow. Friends round the table where the good times grow. Raise a glass, let the worries slip away. Liquid lunch, we're living for today. The clock don't matter, we're lost in the vibe. Jazz in the air, feel the soul come alive. From martinis to bourbon, we're riding the wave. Stealing this hour, it's the freedom we crave. Sun's still shining, but we're in our zone. This bar's our shelter, our temporary home. One more round before the world calls us back. Savor the moment, keep the blues in the rack. We'll laugh and we'll toast till the afternoon fades. Memories made in these liquid escapades. Liquid lunch, pour it smooth, let it flow. Friends round the table where the good times grow. Raise a glass, let the worries slip away. Liquid lunch, we're living for today. So here's to the day, like the drinks and the fun. Our liquid lunch, till the next one comes. With a wink and a smile, we'll be back real soon. Chasing that jazz under the high noon.
Salute and welcome. So glad you are here. Happy Friday. It's been a brutal week, hasn't it? I don't know. I've had a pretty wonderful week. Maybe it's the anniversary. Maybe let's be honest, it's really all of you guys, and we'll get more into that as we get into the chats. But here's to the weekend. Friday is fun day because it's the start of the weekend. But you know what? We should make every day fun, shouldn't we? And I like to think that's what Liquid Lunch is all about. Want to start by saying hi to my brother from another mother, Nate. Like, share, subscribe, comment, and become a member. And he drops a $2 super chat to say, thank God it's Friday, my friend. Thank God it's Friday. And you will notice I started a little goal. Take a look up there at the top. If I can get, I'm shooting to get 5 super chats this stream, but because I really can't run a campaign that runs, through midnight tonight, because what I'm looking to do is if I can get $33 for my anniversary, give that directly to Netter. I don't know. I know it's not a lot of money, but if you guys want to help me collect together $33, for the anniversary, greatly appreciate that. And Nate already has us kicked off with 2, so thank you so much. Big Al Presents, who is really the responsible for the topic. I want to thank him for that. He suggested it a couple weeks ago, and then he reminded me about it the other day. So thank you so much for that. He said, for 3 long centuries it flowed. I got to blow it up large so I can see. For 3 long centuries it flowed, a daily comfort bravely bestowed. From wooden deck to salty spray, the rum had cheered the sailor's day. Yes, that is from the poem, The Last Tot. And we will explain what Tot Day is, a Black Tot Day, I should say, as the main topic of the stream tonight. We'll get into that after I finish saying hi to everyone, including JPRPH1 channel member. Thank you so much for being here, my friend. It is good to see you. Lynn Green says, hi. Sorry I didn't make it last night. Passed out and slept 12 hours. Well, maybe that's a good thing. Sounds like you needed it. Of course, the stream is still up. If you want to go check it out, you can always say hi, drop a chat on it, and whatnot. Super appreciate your heart in wanting to be there. Connie Cleary, the bird woman of YouTube, thank you so much for being here. Make sure you check out her channel, Fluff Chick Productions. Absolutely glad to see you here. Mark Meldikoff says, Mechpoh, which, for those of you that don't speak Klingonhol, he is saying lunchtime. A 50% tariff has been placed on all Federation goods imported into the Klingon Empire by the order of the High Council. Do we really need anything from the Federation? Let's make it 100% tariff. Whatever. Netter. There she is. There's the love of my life, calling me the love of her life. Saying, please like, share, subscribe, become a member, and leave a comment. Leaving a comment has become more important than ever. I'm realizing how important it is to me personally because it encourages me so much. I've seen an uptick from you guys in the comments, and it's like a little zing of dopamine. So it's really put me on an editing binge. I'm trying to get more of those videos done for you. So thank you so much. Let's see here. Saying hi to each other, back and forth, always good. It's been a brutal 3 weeks or more. Yeah, and it's not over yet. I hear you, Mark. Corey of Wilkie's Music and... Wilkie's... I confuse you with Movies, Music, and Monsters, the title of your channel. It's Wilkie's Movies and Music. Make sure that you are not only subscribed to him, well, maybe I'm getting this out of order, because when this stream is over, I'm sending you over to Wilkie's Movies and Music, where I would like you to do a raid on him. Make sure you encourage him, and while you're there, if you haven't already, turn that button to gray that says you are subscribed to him. Hit that notification bell so you know every time he's got a stream that comes up. And I'm going to take a little pause here in saying hi to all of you and in the topic of the day, because I want to hold up all of you guys, really, but I'm going to call out Corey specifically because I'm going to just use him as an example of something great you guys were doing. So for the past couple days, I've been asking you with each liquid lunch, click on the link in the description below, specific video over on Flow with Jess that she put up earlier in the week that just was so encouraging to me. She said really nice things about me, the channel, and by extension all of you. And I said, go to that video, hit the like button, leave a comment, let her know that I sent you. Because why? Because together we grow, right? Well, Corey went over there, left a really nice message. I'm assuming he hit the like button too. It stands to reason. And I saw that Jess had responded back to him and said, thank you so much. I'm going to follow your channel, looking forward to your content and so forth. And I'm like, bingo. That's what it's about. When PJ over at Orville Nation says together we grow, that's what he's talking about, right? So now Jess gets gets a subscriber in Corey. Corey gets a subscriber in Jess, right? And together we grow. That's the whole Netters Network concept, right? Networking us all together, and rising tide raises all ships. So that's one of the things that's been encouraging me all week, is just that one comment from Corey, standing as an example to what this community is doing, and I really, really appreciate it. And I know that a lot of you guys did too. I know Mark went over there. I know that Nate went over there, left comments. All of you guys are really Osmo in that regard. But, because I kind of think of Friday as a Corey day, right? Because I'm sending you guys over to his channel all the time. So there you go. Except dilithium and saurian brandy. Fair enough. Connie Cleary, thank you for the $2. That'll go directly to Netter. And I think, are we caught up now? Did I get caught up on the comments that quickly? Even after that long side thing? Well, there we go. That's fine. Good. All right. Well, that gives me an opportunity then to kind of get to the topic for the day. Every Friday every Friday's liquid lunch is the predicate to last call every Friday night, and I always have an adult beverage on Friday night, and I try to decide what that's going to be before liquid lunch so that I can talk about it and tell you about it, and we'll dig a little bit into history. Today's a special day because yesterday was July 31st, which is Black Tot Day, and we're going to discuss that, and as a result, I'm going to be releasing the Kraken tonight. Really quick, I want to say hi to the Horror King, who's saying hi to everybody here. Welcome. Hi to everyone else here in today's stream. Thank you so much. Check out the Horror King's channel. He's been around a long time, and he needs to enter a period of growth. We need to get his channel looked at more if you are a horror fan, for sure. Let us get into it. I am going to bring up the share screen. I'm going to share the entire screen. There we go. I'm going to bring it up. Yes, I know there's no sound because there is no sound from the tab that I wish to share. I just want to share what it is I want to say about this. Give me just a moment. Just want to make sure that... here we go. Before I do that, let me go ahead and bring this up. There we go. This comes to us from... Actually, does Netter tell me where this came from? This came from Nate. Nate sent this. Netter wanted me to share this with you. This is one of our actual original wedding pictures that he put into a nice little medallion there. You'll note down here, I guess the app that he used specifies that it's AI art, but that is pretty darn cool. I appreciate that, Nate and Netter, for sharing that with us today. Let's get back to what is Black Tot Day. This comes to us from... Who does this come to us from? From Poster's Rum. There you go. Fair enough. This is very appropriate then. When it comes to memorable duos, rum and the Royal Navy have a long and storied history together. Of course, the Royal Navy, the British Navy, right? This connection dates back to 1655, when the Royal Navy began issuing sailors a daily ration of the spirit. Yes, part of your rations was a ration of rum, which of course was great for morale. There are health benefits to alcohol, despite what some might have you believe. And yeah, it was tradition. Yes, there was a couple people in the chat talking about that last night as we went through some of our wedding pictures too. Oh, and I want to, I get my WKRP option in today. Booger. Hello, hello. Too many conflicting live streams today. Well, if you can't make a stream live, you can always make it Memorex. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Okay, so not only was the rum cheap and easy to store aboard ships, but it also kept well and didn't spoil, unlike beer and even water. That's true. Water becomes brackish. You tend to have all sorts of microorganisms that grow in it, and that is why they started issuing not only rum but grog. You mix the water with the rum, the alcohol kills the smeglies and the bogosities, and you can hydrate that way. That goes back a long nautical tradition. And of course, beer, you know, especially if it's exposed to sunlight. But beer over time can go funky, really funky. Not that I'm a big beer drinker at all. Life at sea was also difficult, and the ration was a bright spot during the long day. That everyday ritual quickly became known as the daily tot. And up until 1740, the ration consisted of half a pint of neat rum 2 times a day. The tradition carried on for hundreds of years until one day in the 1970s. Here's everything we know about Black Tot Day and how you can celebrate it. So what is Black Tot Day? It marks the exact date, July 31st, 1970, when the Royal... Wow, it went that long. There you go, 1970. When the Royal Navy's daily rum ration stopped and the final tot was served aboard Royal Navy ships. To show their disappointment, some Royal Navy sailors wore black armbands. The demise of the long-standing tradition was mainly due to safety concerns. The Admiralty Board was worried about the mix of alcohol and sailors needing to operate complicated machinery, navigational tools, and weapon systems. While rum is always welcome at parties, Black Tot Day is a great reason to shine the spotlight on the spirit. Break out your favorite bottle, try a new recipe, and celebrate the final salute to the Royal Navy rum ration. A grog cocktail, for instance, pays homage to a cocktail that became common with sailors. For a vintage tiki cocktail, try a fruity fog cutter, which packs a punch by blending orange and lemon juice with rum, brandy, gin, and sherry. I don't have any sherry, but that otherwise sounds pretty good. You can even try rum made especially according to the historic recipe used by the Admiralty in their daily rations. The blend features a mix of rich molasses and sweet brown sugar with notes of nutmeg, caramel, and toffee. Wow, that sounds good. Holy cow. Oh, speaking of which, I know that there's someone else probably not commenting if she is watching today, but the aforementioned Jess of Flow with Jess shouted out that she is having her liquid lunch today, and and I don't remember exactly what kind of a tea it was she said she was having. I want to say a maple tea. Something sounded very Canadian. Something that they might be drinking on the up there beyond the maple curtain. So I'm going to have to ask her about that. Might have to try that out if I can have it smuggled in across the neutral zone, because I know we've got some tariffs going on. So, celebrating the 50th anniversary. Yeah. The 20th, yeah, exactly. 50th anniversary. You can honor the final day of Tot any year, but July 30th, this was back in 2020. I did my math wrong. Marks a special occasion, the 50th anniversary of Black Tot Day. So, if you've never celebrated before, it's a perfect time to pay tribute to a 300-year-long tradition. Along with delicious cocktails, you can also add to the festivities with other rum-themed items. One option is to try a mouth-watering rum cake, a dessert that the Royal Navy has often provided for royal family celebrations throughout the year. Ready to celebrate Black Tot Day? Try a new recipe or make an old favorite cocktail. To honor the 50th anniversary of the day, the Royal Navy ended its daily rum ration. That's plenty of history to learn about the 300-year tradition. For more Black Tot Day information and great rum recipes, check out the rest of our sites. And of course, it would kind of go into a pseudo commercial there. So speaking of pseudo commercial, I am going to take this opportunity by way of transition to take you over to the promos that I have for this week and what we've got going on. Mostly, there's a lot that I leave out, but when we come back, we'll take a look at your comments. See you on.
You are watching Liquid Lunch, streaming every weekday at noon Central, 1 p.m. Eastern. Let's sip together.
This week on Saturday Night at the Movies, Demi Moore is Lieutenant Jordan, a topographic analyst who joins the U.S. Navy Special Warfare Group and struggles to prove her worth in a unit dominated by men. Failure is not an option for G.I. Jane. This week on Netter's Network Retro Cinema, Saturday at 9 Central, 10 Eastern.
Every Sunday evening, Aged Boomer and Papa Pacelli bring you the rundown of the week's geek news, or at least what they think is interesting. You may have heard about it somewhere else, but Boomer and Pacelli put a spin on it you likely won't hear anywhere else. It's Geeky Geezers, every Sunday evening at 8 Central, 9 Eastern.
Callie is dead, a victim of Servalan's booby-trapped bequest of a planet. The Liberator has been destroyed. With Avon colder than ever, the crew must raise the will to fight on for their lives. Cue the enigmatic Dorian with an escape route off-terminal and the offer of friendship. The team needs a rescue. This Tuesday on Last Call presents Blake 7 at 10 p.m. Central, 11 Eastern.
It's Thursday night, and Netter's Network talks to the streamers who have everybody talking. It's Thursday Things, Thursdays at 9 Central, 10 Eastern on Netter's Network.
We now return to our liquid lunch.
I had told Booger that, if you can't make it live, you make it Memorex. He goes, you and your old-fashioned Memorex. Well, as a co-host of a show called Geeky Geezers, what do you expect from me? Great, now I want grog or at least punch. There's nothing wrong with that. It is the weekend is almost upon us, so tonight you can make whatever adult beverage you choose. Don't drink and drive, and, if you got to work tomorrow, maybe take it a little easy tonight, Yeah, Mark is confirming. Yep, I found a 50-year-old beer can. I opened it and it was putrid. Yeah, there's some fresh beers that are pretty putrid too. Just my opinion. But let's see here. I think both Lambs and Pusers make a Navy rum. There you go. There you go. Matcha tea. I don't think it was matcha tea. I want to say it was maple tea. We have maple down here, and I like it better than our neighbors to the north. Honestly, I wouldn't know the difference between maple from the north and maple from the south. You know, people say the same thing about tobacco from Cuba and from Dominican Republic and so on and so forth, and I've never noticed the difference. I've had Cuban cigars. No, I shouldn't. I should rephrase that. Singular. I had a Cuban cigar once, but I've had Dominican cigars. I couldn't tell the difference. I really couldn't. Same thing with a lot of wines. Most wines, I can't tell the difference. Oh, it's from here, it's from there, it's from whatever. You know, I don't know. I just know what I like when I taste it. Specifically a maple matcha. Maybe it was a maple matcha. I'm not entirely certain. Welcome, inflation means greed. Yesterday I went to go watch a play performed at the University of Houston, performing arts. Henry V was real good. Good. Yes, I've seen Henry V. Obviously not that particular performance. Welcome, ussarn. Good to see you. As usual, I'm also doing something else. I expect that. I expect that there's a lot of people who work through their lunch and might be just listening as they're doing other things. That's entirely fine and absolutely welcome. Sorry I'm late, kind of busy at work. Well, see, like I was just saying, you can always catch up at high speed if you want. You know, make me sound like a chipmunk. This is my weekend, but I am off today and tomorrow. But work Sunday, so there you go. Make yourself that punch when you get home, or this evening when you're getting ready for it. Don't drink and drive. You might hit a bump and spill your drink. That's absolutely right. It's absolutely right. I've said that many times myself. Drink it up, my friends. Absolutely. Snake venom from Scotland is the strongest beer in the world at 67.8% alcohol. It never goes bad. That sounds interesting. I wonder if we can get that here. I'd love to try that. I mean, I you know, talk about beer and how I don't like it. I wonder how I would like that one. That sounds really, really good. There, Starfleet drone, KDF next for my Kittimer Accords document I've been working on for July. If there's anything I can contribute, anything you'd be interested in me helping with, let me know, Lynn. I would be happy to contribute as the Klingon cleric. I would be happy to offer anything that I could. In this case, I'm at home putting in a new dog waterer with a float to refill. That sounds pretty cool. The Scots make some strong beer. Yep, I've heard that. Oh, it does. And you've heard of that beer. I'm going to have to look into that. I'm going to have to look into that. I'm going to have to see if Benny's carries that. I have to check that out really, really soon. So, I still have yet to put together some kind of a promo for Last Call. I really should. I got to think that through, what I want that to look like. But tonight's topic, I've mentioned before, is we're going back to the AI topic. There's been a number of articles very recently, some of them pretty disturbing. I feel like we're entering into a Matrix-esque, a Terminator type dystopia, and kind of sounds like something we should be talking about. And I did mention the other day that I was going to put up a hint to what we'll be talking about in 1 week, or at least what I'm planning on us talking about. I gotta clear that with my partner Boomer. The Kittimer Accords led to the great lie that we can ever be at peace with the human empire. We kind of don't really know much about what happened after the Kittimer Accords, right? Because then there was that whole dust up with the Romulans, and then then Kurtzman Trek took over and created nothing but non-canon, non-continuity Star Trek. So we don't know what the future holds for the superpowers in the galaxy. Looks like Big Al has dropped me a link to help me find that beer. Let's see. Yeah, snake venom. I will have to ask at Binny's to see if that is available there. Probably the best place for me to find it. I will try that. I may have a new favorite beer. I may have beer from time to time then. And I'm drinking hibiscus sumac clove tea. That actually sounds like a pretty good blend. Good for oral health and for the elimination system. Yes, help make you regular, make you poop good. Na Batman. Yeah. I haven't finished. I'm still working on, working on my custom Batman figure. I'll talk more about that next week. The Terrans are not to be trusted. We came in peace is a lie. Yeah, they sent in this this goofy chick with a man's name who said, "We come in peace, shoot to kill," and just started firing because she said that's the Vulcan hello. Dumbass. In the novel, the Borg were eliminated forever, and all the Federation and Klingon old enemies formed the Typhon Pact. The Kittimer Accords expanded to add the Cardassians and the Ferengi. That actually is a logical outgrowth of the last episode of Voyager, right? Because when she blew up the transwarp hub, it supposedly destroyed Unimatrix Zero and would have eliminated the Borg. At least that's what the story was. And it does seem reasonable that and that actually, if that were the story, that would make a great story arc from the very beginning of Encounter at Farpoint, right? What was the whole thing with Q and Picard, right? He challenged them that humanity had become complacent, putting children and families on luxury ships to waltz about the galaxy, and explore as if there was no danger whatsoever. You have no idea what you're getting into. And then in Q Who, he throws them out to the Delta Quadrant to meet the Borg, and so that they see there's something out there you're not even ready for. So this idea that, and then all the Borg, Sector 001, Wolf 359, all of that, and what does that do? The Klingons come out to help us. The Romulans come out to help us. It doesn't end there. It really just kind of begins there. But it does kind of make a logical sense that in time it would bring local enemies closer together and say, you know what? We get it now. There's bad things out there that are worse than us. Maybe we should kind of start working together a little bit more. It's actually one of those very hopeful ideas for the future, you know. In a way, it's almost a similar story, a parallel story to The Watchmen. Well, less the movie, more the comic. But they have the same theme, the idea of bringing about world peace by getting everyone to believe that there is a greater threat outside of Earth. So we all got to unify against a possible, in the movie it was Dr. Manhattan. In the comic it was a completely fictitious, constructed fantasy of a Lovecraftian extra-dimensional creature that was preparing to invade the Earth. But it's a great idea. It's a great idea for reason to unify, sort of thing. I wasn't sure if that was Keaton or West. This is Batman Resurrection, this book here. I'll talk about it more next week. It's literally it's a literal sequel to Batman 89, taking place between Batman 89 and Batman Returns, and it's a really damn good story. The figure is a Michael Keaton Batman, and hopefully I'll have more of it finished so I can show you a little bit more than just the face. Let's see here. Binny's doesn't carry it. Other liquor stores in the area do, though. Thank you. I should have known that you'd be looking it up for me. Thank you so much. If you can find one that would be convenient, we'll give it a try in the near future. Maybe that'll be my drink next week. We'll talk about beer. And we were not on their starboard bow. They were on our port stern. There you go. Apparently, New Trek has codified that Trelane is Q's son. If so, that is too little, too late in terms of fan service. Yeah, I can get with Trelane being a member of the Q continuum, but specifically Q's son, I don't buy it. It doesn't fit with other things that we saw in Voyager regarding Q and the whole idea of the Q having children and stuff. So, yeah. It's also uber expensive. Yeah, probably because it's an import. Let's talk about how uber that is and see if it's really worth it. New Trek is trash. It's the 90s. In the 90s, a paperback novel did that Q Tremaine thing. That's right. Comic books have done it too. I'm really getting kind of tired of these new writers, whether it's for Star Wars, Star Trek, Marvel, whatever, taking stuff from other people's writing, stuff that's already been done, doing it half-assed, and trying to take credit for it. It's absolutely ridiculous. If he were, it would work with Trelane being a child and the Q being the first Q child. But I don't buy it. Yeah, so here's where the continuity gets, and you can kind of play fast and loose with timey-wiminess, because we are talking about the Q. They aren't necessarily linear beings, but and I'm going to have to go back and watch the Voyager episode where we see a battle, a civil war happening within the Q, and 2Q, the Q that we know specifically, and a female Q, played by Susie Plaxton, who plays like most of the recurring female characters in Star Trek, decide they're going to have a new Q. They're going to bring a new Q into existence, effectively having a baby. And that's going to help bring about some peace and introduce new life to the Q continuum and so forth. So it's almost implied, if it's not said outright, that they haven't done that in a very, very long time. And yet, if Trelane is a member of the Q, he clearly has parents. There are definitely parents who are Q. So I suppose you could argue that those parents would be Susie Plaxton and John Delancey Q. But then it's actually happening out of order. They have the child in the 24th century and then raise the child in the 23rd century. But again, maybe non-linear, that argument could be made, but I don't trust the modern writers to be able to think non-linearly to write a story like that. Lowest price I saw was $40 for one bottle. For $40, I might be willing to try it. Maybe we make it like a kind of thing where if people want me to try it on a Friday night, maybe we do a fundraiser to see if people want to buy me a $40 bottle of beer and see if it's any good. Especially, 60 some proof. Geez, that's just wow. Yeah. So my favorite Trek stories have come from the comics. There are some good ones. I do want to do more with the Klingon Cleric channel, so maybe I'll start thinking about talking about some of the comic stories. Oh yeah, good question. How big was the bottle, Netter? With a price like that, I think size does matter. Debt of Honor was amazing. I agree. Shadowheart was good too. You're absolutely right. Q, Lady Q, their son Q, and Corbin Burnson Q too. That's right. Did you mention Quince? Don't forget Quince, the Q that died. Also, Q seemed to be seeing human history as the present in Farpoint. Yeah, they were definitely playing with timality, so to speak. Because you see Q kind of in Encounter at Farpoint going through all these different nautical eras and military eras before finally, towards the end, being in the same kind of uniform as Picard. Do Q live in the same time stream that we do? No, they have specifically stated that they live outside of time, so that's why I'm saying that they could be non-linear. So it would be a possibility for Trelane to be the offspring of Delancey and Plaxton, but I again don't trust the current writers. 750 mil. Okay. Yes. Right. Yes, I do have a Klingon Cleric channel. Netter, do you want to drop the link? I have not posted there in a very long time. I got hit hard early on by Paramount with copyright related stuff, and it was just so disheartening. I didn't even want to bother supporting Trek in any way for a long time. Yes, tonight I am going to release the Kraken. Curtis, that's exactly right. In fact, I think I'm going to go ahead and start winding us down today so I can get the stream up for tonight and get some more editing done so I can schedule more video releases. I got a video up this morning. It's a clip from last Sunday's Geeky Geezers. Please go check that out and hit the like button. My my trolls now are going out of their way to hit. I've got to believe, how sad is it that these trolls that are hitting the thumbs down on my videos must subscribe to me. They must still be subscribers and have the notification bell active, so that they know when a video goes up, so they can come give it a thumbs down, which I suppose is engagement. So I should be happy about that. But yeah, that kind of sucks. So make sure you check out this video from this morning. Yep, Netter has shared the Klingon Cleric video. Check that one out. Feel free to subscribe to it. I've got I think it's a great video on there about, it's a cooking video. So it's called Eshoj, which means good food in Klingon. And it is an explanation of how to make gach. And as Mark Melnikoff has often said, I make the best gach in the quadrant. That's his words, not mine. But I do enjoy it myself. So check that out if you want to make authentic Klingon gach. I wonder if the Kaptach would have flourished more in a club if YouTube existed when we started it. Yeah, originally that's why I was starting the Klingon Cleric, because I wanted to infuse some life into Klingon fandom, but between the copyright issues I was having with Paramount and then all the new Trek, ridiculousness, I stepped away and have been very much on the periphery. We'll see how things go under Skydance. Real quick, oh yeah, and then Netter drops a video specifically to the Gach video. Mark confirms the finest Klingon chef in the quadrant. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. Klexit. Yes, Klexit. Hashtag Klexit. I had a copyright strike the other day. Had to carve out part of the live stream. Yeah, it happens to me all the time. Like Romulan Ale, there are many fan versions of Gach, and almost all are universally weird. That is why you should check out my Gach. It is, I went into, I decided, because exactly what you said was exactly true, Booger. And I said, I got to approach this intelligently. Two things need to be true. It needs to look like the food you see in the show, and it's got to be palatable. It's got to be yummy, right? And I think I hit on it. I really do. I came up with something that really does look like the Gach you see in the show. But I approach it from a culinary standpoint. It is a noodle stir fry, and it really does taste pretty good. So check that out and give it a try, and tell me if it's not the best Gach you've ever had, and see if you still think that's weird. Also, come to think of it, another thing, I still have 2 bottles of Romulan Ale. One is the brighter blue, and one is the more greenish blue. And I've been saying that I want to do a taste test of those. I'll have to do that sometime too. So there you go. Okay, let's wrap this up so that we can get our weekend started. I'll get you guys over to Wilkie's Movies and Music. Please go over there, raid the channel, say hi, hit the like button, and if you haven't already, make sure that you are subscribed to his channel. Have a wonderful weekend. I hope to see you later tonight on Last Call. where I will definitely be releasing the Kraken. That is always fun. Remember, even though the goal is, for today's stream is about to end, I am trying to raise $33 for Netter for our anniversary, 33rd wedding anniversary. So if you want to contribute to that, you can do so. You could always leave if you're here after the stream has ended and you're on the rewatch, you can always leave a super thanks as well. And of course, I will be continuing the promo during tonight's last call. I want to thank you all so much for all the ways that you support us, the likes, the shares, the subscriptions, memberships. A lot of members I see here in the chat. Super appreciate all of you. And the way you support each other. Clicking on that link below to that video to flow with Jess, to encourage her. You guys are all coming with me over to Wilkie's Movies and Music, where we're going to encourage him. Later on today, 6 Central, 7 Eastern, Robin of Sherwood with Big Al Presents and Aged Boomer. So hashtag Together We Grow, right? Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful weekend. See you on the next one.
Goodbye. Hope to see you again real soon.
So here's to the daylight, the drinks and the fun, our liquid lunch, till the next one comes. With a wink and a smile, we'll be back real soon, chasing that jazz under the high noon.